Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to you all, my friends. It's a big day for so many of the world's religions, because right now it is Good Friday, the start of Passover. We're also in the midst of Ramadan. So, happy Good Pasadan over day to you all.
Yes,
Mix that up.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that classic joke. A priest, a rabbi, and an imam walk into a bar, then walk right out because they're supposed to be at church, Seder, and or fasting. Now, the last time the Abrahamic religions all celebrated major festivals on the same day was over 30 years ago. So, 2020? For those celebrating Easter... Takes a minute. That takes a minute. For those celebrating Easter, congrats on making it through Lent. Traditionally, many Catholics use Lent as a time to abstain from all meat except fish. In fact, McDonald's says 25% of their annual filet of fish sales happen during the 6 weeks of Lent. The other 75% comes when they drench that patty with barbecue sauce and call it a McRib. But, same stuff.
They drench it up.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it's not the same stuff.
You loving it?
But it turns as a workaround because capybara, beaver, and other aquatic animals count as fish during Lent, which explains the popularity of the new seafood restaurant, Long John Beavers. Here's how it started. Back in the 16th century, the Vatican granted the Venezuelan church request that capybara be counted as fish, not meat, for Lenten purposes because they were semi-aquatic, strong swimmers, and had sort of webbed feet, which means it's also technically okay to eat Aquaman. And now, not sure what that sound was. That was either being upset or great longing. Now, it's time for a Late Show idiot update. You see...
well, actually...
Last week, I told you about two folks who were either idiots or spies who were arrested for impersonating federal agents and supplying Secret Service personnel with gifts such as rent-free apartments and iPhones. Wait a second, so Secret Service agents are paid so poorly that they need free phones and shelter? Well, that explains their new recruitment ad. The elite, the worthy, free muffins in the dumpster out back. According to one of the defendants, the man had no intention of compromising any federal agent and only provided gifts to agents with whom he had a genuine friendship and never asked for anything in return. And the judge more or less believed that story. So instead of sending them to jail, he ordered both men to remain in home confinement, subject to GPS monitoring with their parents. I'd rather go to jail. All right, listen up, new meat. Dinner is at 4:30. Then at 6, we watch Wheel of Fortune. After that, you need to help Dad with his Yahoo Mail, okay? The inner tubes are all clogged. One thing that makes this whole story even weirder than it is that the U.S. Attorney for D.C. released pictures of the evidence they found in this guy's apartments, including high-capacity magazines, multiple copies of licenses and passports, a machine to print new IDs, and these door-opening tools described as a dynamic entry kit. You know, all the things you need when you're making friends. We all remember when John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln at Ford's Theater, then famously cried, "So is that a no for brunch?" Speaking of the Secret Service, the Biden administration has been pretty low on scandals so far, but we just got a big one concerning former first dog Major Biden, seen here giving the president a taste of his own hair sniffing. Major... What? That's not that bad. That's not... Major put the Bidens in the doghouse last year when he got a little bitey with the White House staff. At the time, Press Secretary Jen Psaki acknowledged just one bite incident, saying Major had been surprised by an unfamiliar person and reacted in a way that resulted in a minor injury to the individual. Of course, Major got a little chompy. He learned it from his dad. But now it turns out the White House tried to bury the real story like a bone in the backyard because thanks to a Freedom of Information Act request, we now know that Major actually bit agents on 8 consecutive days, and newly released emails show Secret Service agents were outraged by the White House's attempts to play down the bites. This is clearly a cover-up, a White House scandal of epic proportions that Fox News is calling Biteghazi. Now, stay on this story, Sean. Per the Secret Service, this wasn't just any nibble. Several agents got chomped on their left forearm, right thigh, and right buttock. Okay, that's terrible, but it's part of the job. You're willing to take a bullet for your country, but you won't get your butt munched? Now, we know why the former president never had a dog. He was hauling around a butt buffet. It's too tempting. Who could resist that? It's a smorgasbord. Along with outrage at the cover-up, one agent is still trying to get President Biden to personally pay for a damaged coat. However, the White House did not say whether Biden paid for it. Okay, heard the pup took a chunk out of your Macintosh, bud. Wash it down with a tall glass of backside. Don't worry, Jack. Uncle Joe's got you. Tell you what. Here's a crisp fiver. Take the trolley down to Bamberger's. Buy yourself a nice raccoon coat. Davy Crockett special. Keep the change. Hit the soda fountain. Get an egg cream and a Monte Cristo. Nothing better for a chomp tuchus. L'chaim, Jack. Now. Nothing like him. Absolutely nothing like him. Not even close. Totally gone no. So what became of the chomper-in-chief? Well, reportedly, Major was given to family friends late last year, but his present whereabouts are unknown. Well, I mean, obviously, he's in witness protection. So keep an eye out for a new neighbors who's short and hairy with the name Rex, not a dog. There's some news about the news. According to a new Economist YouGov Mighty Mighty Boss Tones poll, the most trusted news source in America is the Weather Channel, with 52% of Americans trusting it, while the other 48% rely on the second most trusted name in weather, The Window. But there are some 24 hours. That's 24 hours.
Yeah, you look out there.
Always accurate.
Yeah, you check it out.
There are some partisan differences because there have to be. Evidently, the Weather Channel is trusted by 62% of Democrats, but only half of Republicans, which means there is now an opening for a conservative meteorological alternative, Rupert Murdoch's Fox News Weather News. This just in, a deadly caravan of Mexican clouds is crossing our southern border, bringing a torrent of critical rain theory, to be followed by a rainbow, just more evidence that the gay agenda is bent on flooding your basement. We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Josh Brolin, but when we come back, we look at some Easter cards with a very special wife of mine. Stick around.